What's up, ninjas? Mr. Dust here, Elements of Self-Defense, as you can tell from the flower. And today I want to talk to you guys about the second tier of our violence training pyramid. Okay? Last week we talked about the first one being those solo training that you can do by yourself. This week we're going to talk about tier 2, which generally requires a partner. And it's going to be the idea of having a partner who is compliant. Okay? So what I mean by compliant is they're not trying to stop you from performing these techniques. They are feeding you the answer, they're feeding you something and expecting you to respond. This could be as simple as the kata that we do in here. So I throw this big hook punch and I expect you to defend it and finish out a sequence of pre-assigned movements to practice. Okay? My job as your uke, as your training partner, is to throw you exactly the attack you want. Occasionally, I'll change it up, so maybe this big haymaker to the head comes down low as a haymaker to the body, just so you can practice the same concept, but with a slightly different energy. Okay? This could be that I stand here so you can practice your grips for jiu-jitsu, or I stand here so you can just practice entering in to perform the throw with a real body for like judo or for the clinching for the Muay Thai and whatnot. It might be as simple as I hold out a fist towards you so you can practice slipping underneath that fist, punching around that fist for the Muay Thai, all of that sort of stuff. A lot of places call these like self-defense drills or one-step forms, or they've got a lot of different names for it, but it's a chance for you to practice in relation to me. So like in boxing, a coach will hold up pads, jab, cross, hook, and they'll throw you a sequence of them. They'll let you know what the sequence is ahead of time generally, unless you got to a point where it's just we're trying to read that sequence, and then they'll hold up the pads in different ways so that you can respond to it. But again, that is just in relation to a compliant training partner. They're not trying to hurt you. They're not trying to stop you from your materials working. They're trying to give you an experience with the material in relation to someone else. Okay? That's our tier 2 because it's just a slight step up from tier 1. Okay? You know what we're attacking you with. You know what your answer is. You know what I'm setting up. You know everything about the engagement, and you just have a pre-programmed response. Okay? Some places never get past this, and that's really cool because they can do this as choreographed demos, and it looks amazing. Technically, when you watch like a movie's fight scene, that's exactly what this is. The stuntman says, okay, I'm going to throw this type of attack at you. You're going to do this to respond. It's going to look really cool. I'm going to do this and you're going to do this. That's tier 2 training. It's cool. It's awesome to watch. It can be really dynamic, really fast because you already know all the steps. So kind of like learning a dance or a gymnastics routine or all these other things that are pre-choreographed. That's our level 2 training. Okay? It's important because it will drill in muscle memory responses. Punch is coming at my head, I do this. A kick is coming at my shin, I do this. A guy's tackling in, I do this. These are here to drill in muscle memory. They're not here to be dynamic. They're not here to be exactly what you're going to do in a self-defense situation. They're here to get you an idea. It's like driving a car. You know all the steps to it, and generally driving around your neighborhood, you will go through exactly the same steps every single time. But when you go to a foreign city, whether that's just across the state line or in a completely different place, you have to be able to take these skills to the next level. And we'll talk about that next week during our tier 3. All right? So, tier 1, what I can do against a stationary target as it relates strictly to myself. Tier 2, what I can do to a compliant training partner as it relates to them. So we're getting deeper and deeper into this fight. We got 2 more tiers to talk about, maybe 3 if I feel like I want to talk about that secret 5th one. But anyway, think about that. Get out here on the mats, work with these compliant training partners so you can get better at the muscle memory, and I'll see you on the mats.